In this video, we're going to take a look at equations that involve square roots. And algebraically, they're known as equations in the form of x squared equals p. In other words, you are solving a square root equation. Let me show you what I mean. We start off with x squared equaling 81, and we're solving for x. So in order to solve for x, we're going to need to take the square root of x squared. And we're also, of course, going to need to take the square root of 81. Whatever we do to one side of an equation, we have to do to the other. The square root of x squared is x. X times x equals x squared. Therefore, the square root of x squared is x. And the square root of 81 is both positive and negative 9. And earlier in this course, we said that we were only going to concern ourselves with positive square roots. And the exception to that is going to be with equations, because when we're solving equations, we need to give the answer for the variable. And in this case, there are two answers. Two answers make this equation true. And that's because 9 to the second power will equal 81, and negative 9, to the second power will also equal 81. And that's why we have two answers for these equations in the form of x squared equals p. Now on the right-hand side, you can see I've got an equation set up with fractions, and this also works with fractions. Y squared equals 36 over 49. We're going to have to take the square root of y squared, and that's going to be equaling the square root of 36 over 49. So we need to take the square root of that fraction. Well, the square root of y squared, of course, is y. And once again, positive or negative. The square root of 36/49 would be positive. The square root of the numerator 36 is 6, and the square root of the denominator 49 is 7. And so for both of these, we would say that in this first case, x equals 9 and, negative 9. And here we would say that y equals 6/7 and negative 6/7. And that is how you solve equations with square roots.